Hi, I'm Allie. Join me for this simple gemstone bracelet called Empty Nest. With just gemstones and 2 seed beads, you can make your own design. Gather up your materials on your bead on it board, and if you need some materials, check out the links in the description below and we'll get started. So if you want to make this, which is Anna's beautiful design here, Flew the Nest, coming up in a future video, we've got to make this base first. And I'm making the base as a whole separate video because it's pretty just the way that it is. So we're going to call this one the Empty Nest. And I have here very simple materials. We have 11 seed beads, 15 seed beads, some 8mm gemstones. I'm featuring the Chakra gemstones. And then I have some wire guards and a clasp. I have 0.006 beige wildfire beading thread along with a size 10 needle. The first thing I'm actually going to do is put on my clasp because we're going to be working from the one end the whole way to the other end. So I'm going to put my clasp on, going up through my wire guard, down through my wire guard, sliding my clasp on there, and leaving just enough of a tail to kind of come back and tie a knot, which we're actually going to do right away. And so it's not super heavy to hold on to. I'm just going to do the little tongue. So whenever I start a bracelet, if I have a push clasp, I like to start with the tongue. That way it doesn't add a lot of weight as I'm designing. Take that tongue, put it up into the wire guard. Take that thread end and tie it right after the wire guard. Once, twice to get a nice tight knot. Now I'm going to repeat and reinforce. So I'm going into the wire guard here, back up through, and then out the other side, making sure that you go through that tongue as well, and then down through the other side. This is a great way to start if you want to have your bracelet completed at the end and have that on there. The other thing I like to do with my wire guards here is just do a nice little pinch and kind of get them a little bit closer together. All right, so now we're going to go in and do one more knot here to secure that again, and we're going to get ready to add some of our seed beads. Once you have your clasp done, this first bead's going to go on a little bit differently than the rest of them, but you're going to put on 2 of your 11 seed beads. And then you're going to pick up one of your first 8mm beads. And I'm starting with a carnelian bead because it's easy for you to see. I'm going to let that drop down to the bottom of my needle, down the thread to the start here. On the other side, now this will be the same as we progress, we're going to do 3 beads and create a little picot trim. We're creating a little picot trim here and getting those 3 beads to sit up in a nice section there. From here, I'm going to add 1 more seed bead, and then I'm going to sew up through that first bead of that set of 2 and down through the second bead and give a little tight pull. What this will do is get that clasp to sit right in the middle at the end. From here, we're going to go up through the piece and onto the sides. So we're coming out one of our 11 and we're going to add a total of 8 seed beads. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once those 8 seed beads are on your thread and needle, you're going to go back to that top picot trim that you just did, and you're going to sew through the whole thing. So I'm on the right-hand side, so I'm sewing through that right-hand side, which is going to put a bunch of gold seed beads right there on the right. Sew through that top bead, sew through the left bead here, and we're going to simply repeat. So another 8 beads here, and then once those 8 beads are on, we're going to come down to this first section here, go through those 3 seed beads on the opposite side as well. So that 3 little picot trim there, through the top here. And if you want to at the top here, you can reinforce and go through your wire guard 1 more time. I'm just going to make sure it's not in my stop thread. And then come down through the 3rd bead in that picot trim and just hang out there after getting your perfect little section here. So you can see how cool this is even for a little pair of earrings, making it look bezel set, almost like the Bezel Beauty or the Acadia. From here, we're going to add some 15 seed beads To brighten it up, I'm going to be using some 15-0s in the Crystal Labrador, getting a nice silver in. To add in the 15-0s, you're going to pick up 11 on your needle. Coming out of that picot trim there, go up to the top, and we're going to go through that picot trim at the top one more time. So those original 3 beads that we put on after that 8-0, that's what we're running through. That's going to put those beads, you can see right there on the side. Go through that same 11-0 seed bead, duck down through the 11-0 on the left-hand side here, and then we're going to repeat 11 beads. Once we have these 11 beads on, we are going to go down through the picot trim on the starter side. So you're going a lot through those 3 seed beads. And you can see how it just cups that. You can see the gold below and the silver, really pretty design. I'm going to go through the picot trim, the other 2 beads that are there, and then we're going to get back to the other side to progress. So I'm going to skip and go through my 8mm bead to anchor that in one more time. There we go. And then once again through 2 of the picot trim beads and out. And there we have the first start. Super pretty when you pull that in. Again, it gets a really, really nice design. Gold on one side, the silver capped in, and looks almost like an eye on the other side. We're going to get ready now to add our next bead in the rotation, much like we did the first. So I'm going to show you how we're going to add it, and then you'll be on repeat. So before putting the next bead on, I'm going to add 1 11-0 seed bead, because we're going to be linking here onto our center 11-0 seed bead. So I have that 1 seed bead on, my next bead, which is that green aventurine jade color. 3 more 11-0s go on for the end of the picot trim. Take my needle and thread back through that 11-0 seed bead, or that 8mm bead, and then coming out the end, 1 more 11 goes on, and I'm joining by going through that center 11-0 seed bead there. And it just makes for a really nice, beautiful fit. From here, we're on repeat. So we're going to go off to the left for this one, and then we put our 8 seed beads on. Our 8 11-0s go on, and then we go through the picot trim at the top. We go the whole way around those 3 beads, and now we repeat putting the 8 beads on the right side. Once we have those 8 beads on, we go down through the picot trim at the end here. If you want to switch out to a size 12 needle, depending on the seed beads you're using, especially if you're using a color line, it might get a little tight in there in that center. If you feel tension, do not pull your needle through, switch to a smaller one. From here, I'm going to come out that picot trim, so those 3 beads there, and I'm going to get ready to add in my 11 silver beads going across the top through the picot trim, 11 seed beads again, down through the picot trim one more time, and up through the bead. So just showing this connection one more time, I've gone through and added my silver beads, making sure they're to the same side so that they're facing up. And then I've gone through that picot trim. I'm going to go through my gemstone. I'm going to go through the right-hand side of the picot trim, as well as the top bead in that picot trim. And then once again, ready to add my next bead. So I'll add my amethyst next. Going in here, adding 1 11-0. Amethyst goes on into that picot trim and continuing. Remember, as you are doing this bracelet, if you need help along the design, you can go in and you can repeat or slow down this video to make sure that you're getting the design and that design idea. And I love how this I changed up Anna's design for this, creating a nice empty little nest design here. And then we're going to show in a future video how we can embellish along the top. So I'm going to continue here in my chakra stone, adding in all the rest of my gemstones. approximately 15 long, and then I'll show you how we're going to end the clasp. So once you're to your last gemstoning, you can see how pretty this is and how nice it looks showing it on my wrist here. Great use for gemstones and to do that simple beading around. Now I'm on my last piece here, and I'm getting ready to add in my beads along the side. And what I'm going to do is take advantage of this point and add in my clasp as well. So I have my 8 seed beads here. I'm going up the left-hand side like I've been doing. I'm adding in this last bead, which is a sodalite one. And I'm here at this top bead. And this is where I'm going to go in now and add the other side of my clasp or my closure. And I'm using a ClaspGarten little crystal ball. I want a little bling at the end of my bracelet. So I'm going up through the wire guard, down through the wire guard, and then going through the loop of the clasp, making that fit into that wire guard, going back into that same 11-0 seed bead and circling around, coming out that other side. As I pull that nice and tight then, it positions the clasp right at the top here. I'm going to go down now, add in my 8 seed beads along this side. Then as I add my 11-0 and go to the top, every time I go to that top bead, I'm going to reinforce, so 2 more times, reinforce the clasp as I add in the seed beads along this last sodalite bead. Now that the piece is completed and I have everything done, I just need to get rid of that thread here as well as the starter thread. The starter thread I'm going to put a needle on and just take it back down the side a little bit and tie it off. And I'm going to do the same thing with this thread here. I've done the last row of my 15 O's. I've come down through that first 11-0 of the picot trim, the second 11-0 as well. And now I'm going to reverse and go back the opposite direction, going down through those last beads there, going through the 11, through the gemstone, bringing my thread out, taking it around one of the seed beads here, tying a knot, going through that loop, getting it nice and tight where I don't see it, and then once again back up through the gemstone, pulling that in a little bit. I'm going to take my thread to the back of the piece, underneath, once again loop around a bridge thread here, tie off my thread ends, and then just take my thread burner and burn down that loop. So you can see I made a loop underneath the bridge thread, sewed through it once and twice, tucked it between a bead, sewing it down through a little bit so you don't see any extra thread, pulling that knot inside, and then just burning down that thread toward the back. I'll do the same thing with that starter thread just to get rid of it a little bit. Make sure you're not burning any thread that is connected at all to finish up your lovely empty nest bracelet. So you can see how and where it got its name because it looks like kind of nested seed beads, and it is empty. And if you really want to just keep it on the gold side, you can do that, but that beautiful bezeled side is really what shines. Thanks again for watching, and if you love this bracelet, stay tuned for a video coming up, the Flew the Nest bracelet, featuring some addition of some crystals and some more seed beads. Remember, if you need any supplies, you can go ahead and check out below the video. In the description, if you're on an iPad or an Android or a mobile device, there's a little down arrow to the bottom right of this video here. Click on that for your descriptions. As well as if you want to do some comments, if you happen to switch the size of the gemstones, say you do 6mm instead of 8, give us the count for those seed beads as well. It's an amazing beading community, and we love when you guys help each other out. Thanks so much for watching, Potomac Beaders, and stay tuned for that next video.